That beautiful welcome. I appreciate it, and that introduction is good to. Hey, Charmaine. That's my girl right there. I am just honored to be home. I'm not going to be before you long at all. We're going to get in and we're going to just inspire and motivate you. And let me give some honors real quick to Miss Cooper and Miss Hilton. God bless you for the work that you're doing. Can we celebrate them real quick as well? As the director of the Clarendon County DSS was speaking, it's so ironic because I work for Richland County Coroner's Office. And so because of my position being the public information director, I get the opportunity to work with all of the departments. And over in Richland County, because of course we're the #2 size county in the state, we actually have a child fatality division. And you get the opportunity to unfortunately see some of the things that are happening. So when I heard the numbers and I heard the story, it was just like, it's so real, because sometimes you don't think that this is reality, that these things are happening. But less than 2 weeks ago, I was on the scene, literally walked the scene with the fire chief from Columbia and our coroner in Richland County, where there was a fire, and it just simply was neglect. And so you got so many different things happening, but we thank God for your hearts, for each of you who are out here who say, you know what, I will accept the assignment and I will complete the assignment. So one more time, can you clap your hands for yourselves for being here on today? So if I had to have a thought or a theme for today, I come to just remind you real simple, to keep the main thing, the main thing. Keep the main thing, the main thing. Often in radio, during my time in television, they often tell you that you have limited amount of time and you need to make sure that you're getting the point across. So they teach you to keep the main thing, the main thing. When you go into the coroner's office, and shout out to Coroner Jackie Blackwell, who's in the audience as well, you learn these things. When you're on the case, yeah, you can clap your hands for her. These are some of the things you learn. When you're in the coroner's office and you're on a case, you cannot focus on your feelings. You've got to focus on the facts of the case. What are the facts and what are we dealing with? And one of the things I've come to learn is that you've got to keep the main thing, the main thing. And when we're talking about child abuse and we're talking about these different things, we are focused simply on the child. What is in the best interest of the child? What is in the best interest that that child can be a productive citizen, that that child can be the next president of the United States, the next senator, the next mayor. There's so much potential out there, but that potential has to be cultivated. So you've got to learn to keep the main thing, the main thing. So there are 3 points that I want to share with you all on today to encourage your hearts and minds to keep the main thing, the main thing. Look at your neighbor and say 3 points. 3 points. That's all we got today. 3 points. And we're going to get out your way. Point number 1. What was the reason that you said yes to the assignment? Sometimes we get to a place where we forget the reason that we said yes to the assignment. And let's just be authentic about it. Sometimes we get caught up in the benefits. It may be your job. You may get caught up in the salary. It may be so many different things. But what was the reason that you said yes to the assignment in the first place? You decided that, you know what, I care about these children. I believe, like the late great Whitney Houston said, that the children are our future, so I need to teach them well. Well, what was the reason that you said yes to the assignment? If you ever are becoming to a place where I don't understand what the main thing is and I need to get to a place of keeping the main thing, well, begin to ask yourself, what was the reason that I even chose to accept the assignment? Point number 1. What was the reason that I chose to accept the assignment? Everybody say point number 2. Point number 2. I told y'all we rolling and moving today. I love that. Yeah, put that 2 up right there. That makes me excited. Point number 2. The storms are going to come, but you've got to ride through the storm. Let me help you understand something. Even though you said yes to the assignment, it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be comfortable. See, a lot of times we like to say yes to the assignment as long as it's working within the boundaries and the parameters of what I have going on. But if it conflicts with my life, if it conflicts with my schedule, if it conflicts with me watching my favorite television program, I don't want to say yes to the assignment. Storms are going to come. Things are going to happen, but just like any other storm, y'all think about it. There were about 3 Saturdays for the past Saturdays right before this last one where it rained every Saturday. It rained. A storm came every Saturday, but goodbye golly George, the sun shined again this past Saturday, okay? And I believe that the sun is going to shine this Saturday and we're going to have a great time and all is going to be well. The sun will shine again. You may have storms that will come in your life. They're going to come, but the sun will shine again. And here's the thing about a storm. Have you ever been driving on I-95? You had to get from Manning to Florence. You were going to the Sam's Club. You needed to pick up a few packages. It's all right. We know you were driving to Sam's. It's okay, and we're happy about it. So you're making your transition onto Sam's, and as you're driving on I-95, a storm begins to come at exit 135. You're at exit 135. You're driving, so you begin to do what? You slow down. You don't stop in the storm. You keep going, because I realize and understand that if I don't stop at 135, I may need to slow down a little bit. I may need to pause and pump my brakes. I may need to turn on my hazard lights to let somebody know that, hey, I'm in the midst of a storm right now. But guess what, baby? I'm still going and I'm still driving. You may be in the midst of a storm or a situation right now, but I come to encourage you the same way as these children. Think about it. They have been in the midst of the storm for a period of time, but guess what? They didn't stop. When you came and said, knock, knock, who's there? They saw opportunity. So the storm is going to come. It's going to happen. But when that storm comes, you continue to ride through that storm. And if the storm starts at 135, I promise you by the time you get to 153, 157, the Honda plant, baby, the storm is going to be over and the sun is going to shine again. Look at your neighbor and say, keep riding in the storm. Keep riding in the storm. All right, well, guess what? You know what that means? We're at point number 3. And I told y'all we only had 3 points. Somebody said point number 3. Point number 3. I want to share this with you. Listen, the pain may not be your fault, but the healing is your responsibility. Oh, but Jeffrey, how is the healing my responsibility? Because I said yes to the assignment. You said yes, that I will take care of this child, that I will advocate for this child, that I will speak for this child, that I will make people aware. And guess what that means? That means that sometimes there are going to be things that are going to happen. That child may lash out at you. It's not about you, baby. It's just the trauma that they went through. But they're still living and they're still going and they're still moving. So here's the thing. The pain may not be your fault. You may not have caused the pain, but the healing is your responsibility. All because you said yes to the assignment. So how do I get to that healing? Baby, you show love to them. You love on them like never before. You be kind to them. You give kind words. You tell them how beautiful they are, how handsome they are. You wake up in the morning and you tell them, hello, young king. Hello, young queen. You speak life to them, because in the midst, the enemy wanted to speak death to them. The enemy wanted to take away their dreams. The enemy wanted to silence their voice, but you are the reactivation of that. So the pain may not be your responsibility, but the pain may not be your fault, but the healing is your responsibility. All because you said yes to the assignment. So you know what I come to declare to you? Thank you for saying yes to the assignment. Thank you for continuing to go. Thank you for thinking about the children. Thank you for being selfless. Thank you for realizing and understanding that life is not just about you and the people that are around you, but it's about each and every person in this world. And if I can just have but one interaction, I may not have all the money. I may not have all of the finances. I may not have all of the riches and different things that may be needed, but I have a lot of love. There's an abundance of love. And if you continue to shower them with that love, if you continue to wrap them in your arms and tell them, you know what, baby, you are greatness. You are wonderful. You are mighty. And the sky is not the limit, baby, because if you can dream it, it can happen. I know the prophet Biggie Smalls said that back in the day. He said the sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. But I come to declare to you that the sky is not the limit, because if I can dream it in my mind, if I can believe it in my mind, I can manifest that thing. So there are some people that say, you know what, this child will never make it out of this situation. This child will never make it out of the system. You're looking at a child that was in the system, that the Lord allowed to be adopted, and look at me now. I was in the system, but look what the Lord has done. So don't ever discredit the system. Don't ever discredit the journey, the beginning. Why do I shout out Manning so much everywhere I go? People always, everybody knows that I'm from Manning, South Carolina.
That's right.
Why? Because it blessed my life. It changed my life. So you never know the impact that you can have. Don't stop believing in the child. Don't stop saying yes to the assignment. Be not weary in well-doing. You're going to be tired sometimes. There's going to be obstacles, and it's going to weigh you down. But if you continue to press your way through the storm, I promise you the sun will shine again. Remember to keep the main thing the main thing. And in this situation, the children, they are the main thing. God bless each and every one of you.